Guys, welcome to Articulation 7. Today I'm reviewing this, which is the Batman Missions Mr. Freeze action figure. So this is pretty cool. We got the Batman Missions logo over here. We have DC Mr. Freeze. Nice clear viewing box. Got the bat symbol. And we got the really awesome 80 Years of Batman logo. I like that they're putting that out there. It looks very, very cool. I like that on the packaging. And on the back we have this artwork. Batman and Mr. Freeze facing off. So yeah, really cool, really blessed. And I can't wait to get this open. And also, in case you watched the Black Lightning I reviewed earlier today on my channel, I did get the hand fixed, but I would highly recommend, if you do pick up that one, to be careful with it. And yeah, it's just the hand broke off the hinge, so I do recommend being careful with that. But yeah, on to this. So, here we have Mr. Freeze out of package, and very cool looking. He's got his face, which of course he does, and it looks really good. I like the paint they used for that, and I also like his goggles too. They go all the way back. You can kind of see a little strap adjuster there. I love that they included that, and he's got the red on the eyes. And the Batman Missions line, I believe it started at the end of last year, and I'm just going to pop his helmet on. It's like clear translucent, by the way, blue translucent. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop that on here, because it looks weird seeing Mr. Freeze without a helmet. But yeah, so I did want to mention the line. I believe it started last year, but it's a pretty cool line, and it's very similar to what Mattel did with their 6-inch Batman v Superman, Justice League, DCU figures, and those lines were really good, so I'm glad that they found a way to continue them past movies. And I like the detail here. You can kind of see it's like this dark blue. It's got some little bits. There's some red on his chest, which looks nice. It kind of has looks like straps, sort of, but metal going up here. Very cool. I like the little indents there. He's got some shoulder pads, which look nice, with these little arrows on them. Very nice looking. Then he's got his silver on his arms and his hand. He's got his little belt there, which is cool. And then you can see his pants. Kind of like how it's a little bit cloth almost looking, but then it's got this metal supporting it, which is nice. And he does have these armored kind of knees and boots. So in terms of detail, very well detailed. And I also like the detail on his gloves too. Like I mentioned, with those basic DCU figures they were really good, and I actually do prefer a lot of those compared to their multiverse counterparts. But yeah, as for his accessories, his helmet is removable. I guess it's technically an accessory, so that's cool. I don't know if that really counts as one, but it is pretty neat, and you do get his cold pack there, which looks cool. It's got these little designs on it. Almost canister looking things with these lines, and this even bigger canister a little bit there. And you'll notice it has two peg holes which peg onto the back, and I like that they gave him two peg holes as opposed to one peg hole, because a lot of times when it's just one peg, it's really easy for it to fall out. So hopefully having two pegs in here, yeah, keeps it nice and sturdy. So that's really good. And you also get his cold gun, which is pretty cool looking. I like that you have these two little canisters down here. I think it looks neat. You can also see what looks like wire detail going through the gun, and this side, and then you can see the front of that, the little blaster, and you can just fit this into either of his hands. And yeah, he looks really cool with it, really neat. And in terms of articulation, you can just pop the helmet off. You got a 360 at the head. You can look up and down, so that's nice. You got a 360 at the arms. They swing out the shoulder. Bendability at the elbow on a single joint, and it rotates 360. You have 360 at the wrist, and they are on hinges, just like the Justice League. And I think the Aquaman toy line also had the hinges, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So, you know, that was always something I really liked that they had done with these. And then you have a 360 at the torso. The legs come forwards, backwards. Bendability at the knee goes back pretty far, too. And yeah, so overall, in terms of articulation, it's really good. And detailing, I always love that about the kind of scale they did with these. I thought it was really nice. And yeah, really quickly, here's a comparison with Batman from the Justice League movie. And as you can see, they are in similar height range. And with their little articulations at the shoulder and the elbow and the wrist and the knees and whatnot, they are very similar in that aspect. And then here's Black Manta from the Aquaman movie basic toy line. Very cool action figure. Kind of compare him with here, as you can see. And again, they're kind of more in the same height. And just to confirm that, Aquaman Cap's toy line did have the hinge wrist, so that's always nice. But yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty cool action figure. Definitely really like it. I think they did a good job with it, and you know, it's a shame Mattel is losing the toy license this year. I really think this has been one of their strongest years for action figures, and yeah, thanks for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.